This is Shane Watson here for Priority Promotions. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Norris Thompson. How are you, Norris?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, all good, thank you. Obviously at the Box Sport London gym today, where I know you've been working hard throughout training camp ahead of your 4-rounder on Saturday at the York Hall.
Yep.
Obviously it's your second fight now.
Yeah.
So you had that experience under lights going in the pro ring. I know you've had a bit of an amateur career as well.
Yep.
Where you fought in some major competitions. What's it like to knowing you're having your second pro fight and you can now start climbing the rankings and push on towards titles in the future?
I think it's totally different from your debut. Debut, you kind of go in there not knowing what's going to happen. Then once you get in, first couple rounds you realise, okay, this is professional boxing. So this time round I know what to expect, and there's less energy going into the unknown and more can go into what the game plan is with me and my coach, what he wants me to work on, and yeah, quite excited.
How would you compare your second pro fight to the first instance? Was it a lot easier to sell tickets and stuff when it's your pro debut compared to it being your second fight?
Yeah, I mean, every small hall fight will say the same thing. For the novelty of having your debut is so easy to sell, and it's got so much sentimental value. So people can just say, yeah, I want to be there for the first one. Second time round, it's not even a case of they don't want to come, but it could also be the time of the fights. Now we're looking July. It's holiday season, it's wedding season, so people have got a lot going on. So it has been a bit harder. People have been supportive. It's always nice when you get the double. The single's nice, but when you get a double, because obviously some people haven't been to a boxing show, so they come with someone to be there with them, and that helps. So yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm not going to say that it's been that easy, but got a bit of a business mind with past jobs and sales. That's helped out, and you just got to keep pushing, stay focused, keep pushing for it.
Obviously being a welterweight, it's a very hot division in the UK at the moment, domestically, and obviously in the world it's always been one of the hardest divisions and best divisions of all time. Does that motivate you even more, the fact that that maybe in the next year or two, these big fights, these big domestic fights, and even pushing on further than that, could be available to you as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like even the name of welterweight division. I really like it. I've always liked it. I like how the boxers move at welterweight. You can get power and speed. Probably middleweight's probably people will say that's like the best balance of those two. But I love the welterweight division. There's some hard boxers present working in that division. So yeah, it's exciting. When you say you're going to be a professional boxer, you know why. You know what's out there. If you're going there with a bit of fear, then you should not sign that contract. I know what I've got to do. I know the integrity that I hold with my training, with my lifestyle, with my boxing passion. So I'm ready, and I know the right result will come to pass.
And how many more times do you want to be out before the year's out as well?
I'm going to be honest. I have got a plan of like what I'm going to do outside of work. Or I should say outside of the gym. But let's just say I am focused on this fight, so I don't want to jump ahead of myself. But 2 more would be nice. That would be good. But let's see. I'm on one fight at a time. Without trying to sound boring, I'm one fight at a time, and then we'll see straight after.
Is there any names that you're looking at that you would want in the future? I know you said you're one fight at a time, but there must be some kind of name to stick over your head. You'd be like, I'd fancy that one.
Yeah, if you've got a title, I definitely want to fight you. Not only want to fight you, I want to make sure I beat you convincingly. So, I kind of always, back in my mind, I've always said someone that, when a fighter asks for a rematch straight away, usually it's because you didn't really beat them to the point where, I want it to be unanimous every time. And that's not to say a knockout only. I mean, I want to make sure that that he was a different level to me. Without trying to sound arrogant, I mean that's just the way that ever since I've been been at Finchley ABC, I always wanted to win unanimous. So I almost say, come. I'm not going to say mention no names, but like I said, if you've got a title, I definitely will be interested in fighting you.
You see, working and boxing at the same time, I can imagine to be quite difficult. Obviously, some boxers that have the luxury of being signed to the major promoters, mainly Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn in the UK, how much easier and the step up does that give them compared to someone that has to have a full-time job and box as well?
End of the day, it's, boxing obviously is a cruel kind of game, profession to be in, but end of the day, look, if you want it, you've got to put that hard work in. Don't not to knock off anyone that's had that kind of, you know, luxury of being at a top promoter. Or it's the end of the day, you need to know that if you want to be it, you've got to put the hard work in. You know, there's no lift to success. You know, you've got to take the stairs. You know, that's something that I'm more than happy to work by and live by. It is what it is. End of the day, I know that once it's all over, that I put my best in. You know, usually when you're working hard and you graft, you get the best result from yourself. You get that peace of mind as well. So I'm more than happy. I'm not. I'm also mature in that sense where, hey, if it's going to take that time to get there, end of the day, I know that what my destination is, and you know, if I got to take time to get there, then so be it.
And how has it been under your time so far under Mo Pryor? I mean, a lot of people speak very highly of him and say he always gets in contact, he's always helpful and stuff, and he obviously puts good shows on for the small circuit. How's it been with him so far? Yeah,
I mean, like I said, boxing, it can be a cool sport to be in, a cool profession to be in, but when you've got characters like Mo about, it makes it just that bit, you know, more pleasing. I've known him since my amateur days down at when we used to fight, I think Boston Dome or Boston Arms. He used to be there and watch us. So, you know, he's always been around Finchley. I know his face, he knows me, and there's a nice connection there. And yeah, he's been helpful, helping me start my career as well.
Okay, we'd like to wish you the best of luck on Saturday. We'll catch up with you within then anyway.
Yeah.
And thanks for talking to Priority Promotions today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. So I just want to thank you, Champion Security, Ben Leamy, for supporting me, getting me my shorts, my gear, or my kit. Southbury Tyres, Tony Cranko, the only 7-day mechanics in Enfield. They're always helping me out, getting me sponsors, financial support as well. Also Capture Me, that print all my tops. They're commercial printers in Enfield also. And also myself, Norris Thompson, obviously I've got to back myself and support myself. All right, thanks.